What's up, you guys? So it's Layla Lynn, and I'm back with another video. I do have some sad news. MTV VJ, former MTV VJ Ananda Lewis, cancer has spread. It's spread. It is now stage 4, and this has happened after she decided to, quote unquote, keep her tumor. So we're going to get into what's going on with her in this video and her marriage to Will Smith's brother. I didn't realize she was married to Will Smith's brother, but she has a son with him. So we're going to get into what is going on with her health and her family in this video. But first, if you're watching, if you haven't yet subscribed, go ahead and subscribe, and everyone click the thumbs up button. So, People.com is reporting former MTV VJ Ananda Lewis has shared that her breast cancer has metastasized and is now stage 4. And Ananda, who is 51, previously shared that she'd been diagnosed with stage 3 breast cancer in a 2020 Instagram post. In that post, she said she had it for 2 years. And she also said that she had refused mammograms for years due to a fear of radiation exposure. And I do want to clarify this first because I feel like the comments have been so hard on Ananda. And I just want to clarify this first, why she had that fear of radiation exposure. It was not just, her being like, what do they call it? A conspiracy theorist. It was that her mother had breast cancer, right? And she saw her mother before she got diagnosed with cancer. She saw her go get her mammograms. I don't know if she said once a year or twice a year, but she said she saw her mother get mammograms for years, and then her mother ended up with breast cancer. So in her mind, and I guess when she searched online, she saw a connection between the radiation from mammograms and breast cancer. There was like an emotional aspect of her seeing her mom get mammograms and then end up having breast cancer. And she misunderstood the connection, in my opinion. She misunderstood it. In any case, they said during a roundtable discussion on cancer with CNN's Stephanie Elam and CNN anchor Sarah Sidner, who also has breast cancer, Ananda Lewis shared that she went against her doctor's recommendation for a double mastectomy following her diagnosis. She said, quote, "My plan at first was to get out excessive toxins in my body. I felt like my body is intelligent. I know that to be true. Our bodies are brilliantly made. I decided to keep my tumor and try to work it out of my body a different way." Now, just saying that, keep my tumor, it sounds crazy. And that's why they made it a headline, because it sounds crazy to want to keep your tumor. But she said, looking back on that, I go, you know what? Maybe I should have. Like maybe she should have gotten the mastectomy. So Ananda Lewis pursued homeopathic remedies as well as medication and radiation and better sleep and diet. And while she says that she improved for a while, last year, Ananda Lewis discovered that her cancer had spread. She said, quote, "My lymph system really flared up. It was the first time I ever had a conversation with death because I felt like this is how it is." I guess saying she felt like this is how I'm going to go. She said, quote, "I was just like, man, I really thought I had this. I was frustrated. I was a little angry at myself. And I said, man, listen, I know you're coming for me at some point, but I don't want it to be now. And if you could just wait, I promise when you do come, I'm going to make it fun for you." So that was her conversation with death. She said, "I literally had that conversation laying in my bed. I couldn't get out of bed for like 8 weeks." And as far as not getting the double mastectomy, she said, quote, "My quality of life was very important to me. I want to be here. So I had to do it a certain way for me." Now, I'll share with you guys the video she made when she announced the diagnosis. And she does say she regrets it. So I just don't want y'all to leave like comments talking about how less than smart her decision was, because she does say that she regrets her decision. And it does sound like at this point she is seeking, the recommended medical treatment. It sounds like she is at this point.
I need to share something with you today that I'm not thrilled about sharing. First, I want to apologize to the family and friends who are going to be hearing this for the first time with everybody, and who are going to feel like I should have had the conversation with them directly. I can explain to you later why I didn't, but from the beginning of all this, I have been really shielding myself from any unnecessary stress, and in fact, removing a lot of stress from my life. And that phrase, "don't talk about it, be about it," that's been my life for almost 2 years. And honestly, there's nothing any of you could have done. So I apologize if you feel like I excluded you. It wasn't personal. It was really just about what I needed. I am sharing this with you today because it's the beginning of Breast Cancer Awareness Month. And I have been fighting to get cancer out of my body for almost 2 years. For a really long time, I have refused mammograms. And that was a mistake. I watched my mom get mammogrammed for 30 years almost. And at the end of that, she had breast cancer. And I said, radiation exposure for years, breast cancer. Yeah, I'm gonna pass. Thanks anyway. I am stubborn. I'm gonna admit that up front. Those of you who know me know that's true. And I stand by that thinking. I stand by the research that shows that an accumulation of radiation in your body can cause cancer. And here comes the but. But what I didn't understand and what I need you to understand, the reason I'm here telling you my business is because I would have had probably 3 or 4 mammograms by the time they caught it. Instead, I've had to have 2 PET scans so far. Guess how many mammograms worth of radiation a PET scan is? Anyone? 30. So 60 mammograms. You do the math. If I had done the mammograms from the time they were recommended when I turned 40, they would have caught the tumor in my breast years before I caught it through my own breast exam, self-exam, and thermography. And they would have caught it at a place where it was more manageable, where the treatment of it would have been a little easier. It's never easy, but I use that word in comparison to what I'm going through now. Instead, what I'm dealing with is stage 3 breast cancer that is in my lymphs. I need you to get your mammograms. I have been doing 100% alternative and natural protocols and treatments, and I have helped this particular condition not spread like wildfire through my body. That's good news. But it's not gone. And I still have a lot of work to do. And I wish I could go back. I have a 9-year-old I need to be here for. I have no intention on leaving him. I don't want to leave any of my kids. I don't want to leave my friends, my family. Hell, I don't want to leave myself. I like being here. So listen, this is not how this was supposed to go, but I'm just going to keep it real with you like I always do. I need you to share this with the women in your life who may be as stubborn as I was about mammograms. And I need you to tell them that they have to do it. Early detection, especially for breast cancer, changes your outcome. It can save their life. This is way harder than I thought. I see why people keep it private. For me, it was important to come to you and admit where I went wrong with this, because it could help you or someone you know. This is an ongoing journey for me, one that has been filled with so many things, different diets, different protocols, different energetic work, everything. I've done everything. I don't know how I'm going to share it with you yet, but I'm so relieved, honestly, because now at least I can share with you some of this journey. I don't have to feel so muzzled. For me, alternative is still the best way. I stand by that. I believe in the power of my body. I believe in the intelligence of my body. I believe in my power, and I believe in the power of my God. And all of that is going to help me. I believe it. I own it. It is real for me. And that's all that matters. Well, there's a couple other things that matter too, but you know what I'm saying? Like, for the most part, that's what matters. And this will not steal my joy. That's one other thing I need you to really understand. I don't care what's going on in the world, and we are living in a crazy freaking world right now. It's a shit show, for real. And none of it takes your power unless you give it away. Remember that. You are always in control of how you feel, no matter what the environment and the circumstances seem to be doing in your life and in the world. Don't give that power away. It is everything. So Can you be happy and be fighting to get cancer out of your body? Absolutely. It is your choice and it is your right, as it is mine. In hindsight, listen, I'm not even gonna talk about hindsight. Hindsight gonna make me lose my daggone mind. Let's talk about right now. Right now, you have the opportunity to make a different choice. Call your doctor, call whoever the hell you need to call to get your mammogram scheduled, and then show up for it and then do it. Because the consequences of not doing it, you don't want. Please trust me on that. Thank you so much for listening, and I really hope you heard me. Oh, and lastly, please don't be sorry for me. Don't be sorry this happened. Listen, 1 out of 2 women and 1 out of 3 men will experience some kind of cancer in their lifetime. This is not the journey for sorry. This is the journey for empowerment and love and high intention and good energy. So if you're gonna send me anything, only send me that from that list. You can pick anything on the, all that stuff I just said. That's that stuff. I love you guys. Please help me spread the word. Get your mammograms. Take care of your girls.
So y'all leave a comment and let me know respectfully what you think about Ananda Lewis' decision, her situation, and your own experiences if you have any that you want to share. As always, thanks for watching.
Layla, Layla.